Hi, everyone. Welcome to Neptune Theatre's 2022 to 23 season launch. I'm Jeremy Webb, Neptune's artistic director. We are delighted that you are joining us today. It's a joy to be back again to tell you more about what's coming up at Neptune Theatre. A special hello to all of our friends watching on Facebook Live and on YouTube. Neptune Theatre is located on sacred land that has been the site of human activity since time immemorial. We're in Mi'kma'ki, the ancestral and unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people, and we acknowledge them as the past, present, and future caretakers of this land. Neptune is located in the heart of Jabuktuk. As artists, we are so grateful to work and build community here. As stewards of culture, we're committed to continue improving our relations with Indigenous people and upholding the values of collaboration and inclusivity in all that we do. As we begin this exciting event, we're going to take a few moments right now to acknowledge a very special group of people. After such a prolonged period of challenges, change, and stress, we are so grateful to our donors. Your contributions are making an impact in our community. Before we start talking about the upcoming season, we want to take a moment and sincerely thank all of our patrons who supported us this past year. We could not have done it without each and every one of you, and we are appreciative of your giving and your lovely messages of encouragement. And this includes folks who donated their tickets, everyone who supported us with donations during the year, everyone who bought tickets to our 50/50s and our other online fundraisers, and our fabulous patrons who have bought tickets to the few events that we were able to do during the period of COVID. And to those people that are now buying tickets for the shows that are part of this current season, thank you for coming back to live theater. And also, of course, thank you to everyone that joined us on Neptune at Home. So we just want to take a minute right now to thank and recognize our wonderful sponsors who've continued to partner with us over the last 2 years through so many stops and starts. Now, I'd like to welcome one of these partners, Catherine Campbell of the Berkeley, onto the screen right now. Let's find Catherine. There she is. Hi, Catherine. How you doing?
Hi, I'm doing well.
Awesome. Look, I want to thank you and the Berkeley, of course, for being a fabulous long-term partner of Neptune Theatre. We were just chatting before, and I think we worked out that it's over 10 years of being a wonderful partner with Neptune.
Yes, absolutely. And doesn't time fly when you're having fun?
What do you think it is that makes a Neptune partnership with the Berkeley so wonderful? What's great about it for you?
Well, one thing about retirement living is that it is all about living life to the fullest. So each and every day, and whatever that means for each individual person. And there's no question that arts and culture is a big part of how many people find enjoyment in life. So for us, there is a definite alignment. And of course, we also love the fact that Halifax has Neptune. It just brings such vibrance to our community, and it ensures that people want to move to Halifax and want to come visit Halifax. So it's good for us on so many levels. And we love being able to take our residents to Neptune, and we love being able to send our employees to Neptune, and everyone walks away feeling just, spirits lifted, and the energy that they've sort of taken away from the stage is electric. And so being part of that, it's a no-brainer. Really, the Neptune Berkeley connection is one of my favorites.
I love the fact that the team here get in with you and actually work together to sort of have you involved in the creative side as well. So look, I've got a whole bunch of shows to announce, so I'm going to get on with that. But I'm going to say it to your face, but also to all of our sponsors. We really would not be here today without you. And I would have said that before a global pandemic, and now it goes double. Thank you for your continued support. It means so much to us. And also, Catherine, thanks for being here today.
Well, you're very welcome, and proud to sponsor Neptune, of course. And I'd also like to say a very big congratulations. This is quite a milestone. So, on with the show, I say.
I wish we had some champagne. Why didn't I have champagne for this?
I know.
I know, or at least a diamond or two. All right. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. And we'll see you back at the theater soon.
Sounds great.
So we are live, and if you comment on Facebook, I can read and share the things that you say or ask. I'll try and answer as many questions as I can towards the end of the presentation. I will try and keep up, I promise. We are today announcing next season, but as always, we are not done with the current season yet.
Has it. Neptune Theatre has a Adele of a show planned for you. Rumor has it, the Songbook of Adele. Join me, Kelly Holliff, May 20th and 21st at the Rebecca Cohen Auditorium, Dalhousie Arts Centre. Backed by a world-class band, I'll bring my own interpretation of Adele's most iconic songs that we know and love to this special event performance. Tickets at neptunetheatre.com.
And finally, on the Scotiabank stage, right here where I'm sitting, from producing company, the Highland Arts Theatre, and creator Sarah Prosper, Samgwan.
So 1963, that was the beginning?
1963, July 1. Yeah, no, the beginning was both exhilarating and incredibly difficult, partially because there was very little theater in the country at the time. There was nothing here except the Halifax Amateur Theater, which was a very good one at the time. We talked about starting a theater in Halifax. And some people said, you're crazy, it's not possible. And some people said, what a wonderful idea. A study of whether the city could take a theater. I think the study said it shouldn't. And we read it and we read it quite differently.
Yeah.
And we set about to raise money and start the theater.
It wasn't called Neptune.
It was
right?
Roxy, and it was an old vaudeville house, strip house. It was a movie theater, it was a vaudeville house, and it was a dump. And we had to clean it out. We just leapt in to do something that we didn't know what we were doing.
I think that part of what has made Neptune so successful over all of these years has been the sense of ownership that the community has.
Yeah.
And the more that we could get people to invest, the more they had that sense of ownership.
Yeah.
And very important.
Well, I think in fact the arts are going to come out of the pandemic stronger. And I believe that because I think the theater is the ultimate storyteller.
Yes.
And as human beings, we want stories.
Yeah.
And it's communal. Nothing beats going to the theater and seeing a play.
Kicking off our 60th anniversary year, we are thrilled to welcome an artist with a long history with Neptune Theatre. Walter Borden's distinguished career has been acclaimed internationally and throughout Canada. His list of theater credits at so many theaters across this land is as long as my arm 3 times over. Mr. Borden is a recipient of the Queen Elizabeth II Golden Jubilee Medal, the African Nova Scotian Music Association Heritage Award, the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Achievement Award, and the Portia White Prize. He is also an inductee into the Dr. William P. Oliver Wall of Honor Society. Mr. Borden became a member of the prestigious Order of Canada, Canada's highest civilian honor, in 2006. I consider this first play in our season a real honor to present. After an unfortunate cancellation in Ottawa at the NAC, thanks to a number of very loud truckers and the disruption of day-to-day life in that city, we have managed to arrange the play's premiere right here at Neptune Theatre. Playing September 6th to 25th, 22, is The Last Epistle of Tightrope Time by Walter Borden, directed by Peter Hinton and produced by Black Theatre Workshop and the National Arts Centre. Now, to say a few words about the first show in our 22-23 season, here is Walter Borden.
How long does it take to walk from 2764 Windsor Street to the corner of Sackville and Argyle Street? Well, for me, writing Tightrope Time took 48 years. From August the 4th, 1974, when I set down the first words to the play, to presenting its final incarnation in September of 2022, 48 years. And it's been an incredible journey to make, because I had to get there via St. John's, Newfoundland, to Vancouver, British Columbia, across the pond to the Netherlands, and back to Canada, and finally to Neptune, sitting on the corner of Argyle and Sackville Street. And what is Tightrope Time? It's simply an illumination of the resiliency of the human spirit. And it took 48 years for me to put that message into, well, relatively few lines. And it's ready to be shared. And it is an honor and a privilege to be sharing it at Neptune Theatre as the beginning of his 60th season. Neptune Theatre, which is my second home. And it is my very humble privilege to bring the Last Epistle of Tightrope Time home.
Thank you so much, Walter. Great to see you. All right, up next.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Tamara Pryor-Brown, President of Nova Scotia Mass Choir, and we are so excited to join Neptune Theatre in their anniversary weekend, the end of September, 1st of October, for some concerts to celebrate our anniversaries. The Nova Scotia Mass Choir is celebrating their 30th anniversary, and Neptune is celebrating their diamond anniversary, and we're so excited to present our concert, We Can Change This World. And it's also a CD release party for Nova Scotia Mass Choir. So we hope to see you there. Can't wait to be back on stage.
You know, one of the most rewarding relationships that we've developed in the last few years here at Neptune Theatre is with the Fringe Festival. They come in every year now when they're allowed to do so, and take over our building for a little while. And we're going to hear now, coming all the way from the middle of Heron Cove, I think, is Leanne Poole, Executive Director of the Fringe Festival. And Leanne's going to tell us what's up. Hi.
Hello, nice to see you. You've got a much more beautiful background than I do.
Well, I don't know. You're in Herring Cove. I think that's actually pretty beautiful.
Trees, theater seats. Yep, two of my favorite things.
I also love the fact that you're coming to us from Herring Cove, where apparently the internet has not quite reached. So you're a little jolty, but we're going to keep going because this is live.
Yeah, other people in Herring Cove do have Wi-Fi, but I'm on all solar panels and data and attempting to do the very hip off-grid lifestyle thing. So I am a little jolty.
You know what? It's okay to be jolty. Listen, let's get to it. So what can you tell us about this year's Fringe Festival? You've got some news to share that we've talked. We've made some news. Now, why don't you tell everyone what's happening?
Well, we are super excited to be back with Neptune Theater as our main festival hub. So we're in the Neptune Scotia Bank stage and the two small studio rooms back where we were a few years ago before everything changed. And so we are thrilled to be back in those spaces. The festival is September 1st to the 11th. And I am exceptionally excited to say that as opposed to previous years, we haven't even launched the applications yet. So anyone watching and listening and thinking about what show they might want to do at Neptune, they still have the opportunity to apply.
Wonderful. So while you were talking, some graphics magically appeared, and we'll make sure that everyone keeps in touch with you so that as they put their shows together, they apply, they get into the Fringe, and then they come to one of the many venues, because it's not just at Neptune, of course, and I'm sure you'll be updating people with all the other venues as you go through as well.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, we'll definitely be back at the Bus Stop Theater. We're going to be back with Shakespeare by the Sea as well. And yeah, I would tell everyone to keep an eye out for halifaxfringe.ca. You have, starting on April 25th, our applications are going to open, and they will be open until May 30th. So you've got until then to brainstorm and think about what show you want to apply with.
Wonderful. Thanks for being here today, Leanne.
Thanks, I appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye.
It's always great to see and visit with Leanne. Up next is Raisa Lalani from the Prismatic Arts Festival and Neptune's company in residence. Raisa?
Hi, Jeremy. I can't believe we are coming up on our 1-year anniversary of being the company in residence here at Neptune Theater. So for those of you who are new to us, we are the Prismatic Arts Festival, an annual multidisciplinary arts festival that solely showcases the work of Indigenous artists and artists of color. And we're so pleased to let you know that Prismatic 2022 will be taking place this fall. So make sure to keep an eye out on our website, prismaticfestival.com, and our social media channels for our date announcement. But today I actually get to announce one of the shows that will be in the festival, as Neptune Theater and Prismatic Arts Festival are co-presenting Strong, Uncompromising Storytelling, Huff, written and performed by Cliff Cardinal, is an award-winning, heart-wrenching yet darkly comic tale of Indigenous brothers struggling to cope with the death of their mother and the realities of life on a reservation. Their dream world bleeds into haunting reality as they're preyed on by the trickster through the hallways of the old residential school, the abandoned motel they love more than home, and their own psyche.
Thanks, Raisa. Now it's time to announce something else. I read this book when I was a young man, and it remains a classic to this day. Here to tell us all about it, from the cast of the Rocky Horror Show, is Troy Adams.
Hello there. Playing on Neptune's Fountain Hall stage October 14th to November 6th is William Goldman's adaptation of Stephen King's Misery. Successful romance novelist Paul Sheldon is rescued from a car crash by his #1 fan, Annie Wilkes. While Paul is convalescing in her secluded home, Annie reads the manuscript to his latest novel and becomes enraged when she discovers that the author has killed off her favorite character, Misery Chastain. It dawns on Paul that Annie has no intention of letting him leave. Instead, she will force him to write a new Misery novel as if his very life depended on it. And it does.
Oh, I think that's the perfect Halloween season show. And I've been attempting to get the performance rights to Misery for as long as I've been at Neptune. So finally, cannot wait. And now in November, returning once again to the Scotiabank stage, we have a familiar face.
My face, playing all of the characters in Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Jeremy created the show in 2003, performed it hundreds of times before handing the onstage action to me in 2015. So, here we are, 19 years later. Dickens' A Christmas Carol chronicles that pivotal night when Ebenezer Scrooge is forced to face his greedy ways. Dickens' cast of characters, Bob Cratchit, Marley, and of course, Tiny Tim, make this a holiday classic for the whole family, with a comedic twist, all played by me, with puppeteering by Simon Henderson. A Christmas Carol is a story about redemption, charity, and the spirit of Christmas.
Christmas Carol runs from November to December 29th. November 29th to December 29th on the Scotiabank stage. And the show has become a holiday tradition for so many since it first appeared in 2003. And back then, when I was doing the show, all those years ago, this gray was not gray, and I would have to add it in with makeup. Anyway, there we go. We have a bit of a Christmas tradition here at Neptune, holiday shows with an eye on a family audience. We want to bring you all together. So this year, we thought we'd go to the very heart of Christmas, to a show that we haven't seen at Neptune for exactly a decade, but that is without a doubt a modern classic. So from the cast of Rocky Horror Show, here's Brett and the Llama to tell us what's up this holiday season.
Thanks, Jeremy. The holiday show in 2022, playing Fountain Hall from November 22nd to January 8th, 2023, is Elf the Musical. Buddy, a young orphan, mistakenly crawls into Santa's bag of gifts and is transported to the North Pole. There, he is raised as an elf until his enormous size and poor toy-making abilities make the truth hard to ignore. With Santa's permission, Buddy then embarks on a journey to find his true identity. But when he discovers that his birth father is on the naughty list, and his half-brother doesn't even believe in Santa, Buddy becomes determined to win over his new family and help New York City remember the true meaning of Christmas. This modern-day holiday classic is sure to make anyone embrace their inner elf. After all, the best way to spread Christmas cheer is singing loud for all to hear. Right? I think so.
Thank you, Breton. Now playing in Neptune's Fountain Hall, February the 10th to March the 5th, 2023, we are thrilled to participate in a major theatrical event. Partnering with our friends at the National Arts Centre, Vita Brevis Arts, Canadian Stage, and the Grand Theatre in London, Ontario, we welcome the national tour of Fall on Your Knees. Here to tell us more, also from the Rocky Horror Show Company, actor Natasha Strilchuk.
Written by internationally acclaimed Canadian writer Anne-Marie MacDonald, Fall on Your Knees is a sweeping tale that chronicles 3 generations of Cape Breton's Piper family. From the battlefields of World War I to the emerging jazz scene in Harlem, New York, and into the lives of 4 unforgettable sisters. First published in 1996, the best-selling multi-award-winning novel unpacks the fruitful and sometimes lethal tension between diversity and the underlying striving for wholeness. Adapted for the stage by acclaimed Nova Scotian playwright Hannah Moscovich, this story spans multiple musical genres and generations, unfolding in the collision and melding of identities, culture, class, race, sex, and gender at the birth of the modern era. Neptune welcomes you to see this 2-part epic. Over the course of a month, you will see the story unfold in 2 wonderful nights of theater.
Thank you, Natasha. Fall on Your Knees is truly an epic and unique theatrical experience not to be missed. Speaking of plays not to be missed, we have a brand new play, a premiere, a world premiere, by Alison Crosby, developed through Neptune's own incubator program in partnership with PARC, Playwrights Atlantic Resource Center. In Lieu of Flowers is an exploration of the complexities of grief, loyalty, and what happens to those who are left behind. Here is playwright Alison Crosby.
Playing on our Scotiabank stage, February 7th through 19th, 2023, Neptune brings you the world premiere of In Lieu of Flowers, a co-production with the Highland Arts Theatre in Sydney, Cape Breton. Following the sudden passing of her brother, Eddie struggles to navigate her world and relationships. When the memory of Aaron begins to shift and distort, Eddie must face the question of what it means to hold on to someone after they're gone. And I asked Jeremy if I could have a confetti cannon, and I thought I was kidding. Turns out I wasn't. I did a good job.
Neptune is always happy to bring you brand new plays, premieres, and this season sees so many. On the Fountain Hall stage, March 21st to April 19th, 2023, we bring you Ballad of the Motherland, written by Annie Valentina. A play seemingly ripped from the headlines of today, Annie has been writing this gripping piece for years and was literally working. Here's playwright Annie Valentina.
When Canadian blogger Kate decides to make the pilgrimage to her parents' homeland in East Ukraine, she is caught in the crossfire, literally and metaphorically, and believed to be a foreign operative by local separatists. 8 years later, as the country is ravaged by Russia's full-scale ground war, Kate finally breaks her silence on the ordeal. Inspired by real-life events that took place in the Donbass region in 2014, this story explores expat identity in the Slavic Canadian diaspora and the human search for meaning in the face of impossible odds.
Hello. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Laura Caswell, she, her, and I'm the Director of Education here at Neptune. The 2022-23 season will be my 5th year in this role, and I'm most excited for the return of our live performance programs, which have been on the back burner for a little while, including our YPCO production of Little Women. Will be happening on the Fountain Hall main stage this July with our wonderful youth company. We will also continue all of our Neptune Theatre School weekend and evening classes for all ages, as well as our popular camps. Programs such as Songs and Stories with Seniors and Improv for Anxiety will continue to create community links with theater education. Now, what we're most excited about is bringing live theater back to your school classrooms with our tour co-productions. We have 2 exciting presentations for you, starting with Birds of a Feather by Robert K. Watson, a story about a junior birdwatcher, Sarah, who while on vacation with her grandma in Hawaii, befriends Violet. Through stories and explanation of a native bird species, they learn about compromise, believing in yourself, and that family, in all its varieties, is made up of people who love you. This production is for students grade primary to grade 6. For our second production, we're trying something new this year by presenting a double act of short plays written by local playwrights Lisa Nason and Shantae Grant. These short pieces, which were created separately, will now come together in tandem for a 45-minute live theater production and curated Q&A. Inspired by true events surrounding the removal of the statue of Edward Cornwallis in downtown Chibougamau, Halifax, one piece is presented through the lens of young activist Brooke, who defends their actions while being interrogated in a police station through the historical context of Mi'kmaq oppression, while the other involves 2 young people engaged in conversation around colonialism and the fall of colonist statues around the world. We're very excited about the development of these pieces and to bring them to your grade 7 to 12 classrooms. Our Tourco shows will be presented live in schools and in communities in spring 2023. And we will also have a return to a weekend sit-down presentation on our Neptune Scotiabank stage for public audiences. We're also excited to continue to share our digital library of theater for young audiences, including Christmas Carol, Beneath Spring Hill, and Seeds of Change, as well as our digital learning packages. Neptune Tour Co. and Neptune's Education Department is proud to bring you leading productions and to enhance the opportunity for theater experiences in your community and your classrooms. Thank you.
And finally, some news that we have all been waiting for. We have not forgotten about the hit musical Billy Elliot. Billy will round out our 60th anniversary season, playing on the Fountain Hall stage May 2nd to July 2nd, 2023. I cannot wait to finally start working with this amazing cast and production team. Now, this show is huge, with 33 performers on stage, and so many of them are from Atlantic Canada. Now, here's one of our cast members of Rocky Horror, who is actually scheduled to join us too for Billy Elliot. Here's David Light.
Billy Elliot is the inspirational story of one boy's stumble from the boxing ring to the ballet studio, determined to make his dreams come true. Little Billy's life is changed forever when, against all odds, his passion inspires not only his family, but a whole community fallen on hard times. Featuring a rousing score by music legend Elton John, Billy Elliot is an astonishing theatrical experience that will stay with you forever.
So there you have it, everyone. Wow. Thank you, David. Thanks to all of my guests today for helping me share the news. It's been a lot of fun, and thank you for tuning in, all of you. It's been great. I'm so happy. I also want to let you know that this season, we also have an array of accessible performances programmed, including sign language interpretation, audio description, and relaxed performances. And information is available and will continue to be available on our website. I am so happy with this Diamond Celebration season, and I'm so happy that now I've finally been able to talk about it. Oh, what an honor to be the AD of Neptune Theatre, creating our work on this land in Chibuktuk, Halifax. And thank you all for sticking with us through this whole last 2 years. Now, our box office will be open to book your tickets from May the 2nd. And subscriptions will be available until May 31st. So you can contact the box office at neptunetheatre.com, of course. We can't wait to share tickets with you. If you're a subscriber, your Billy Elliot tickets have been pre-booked into your usual subscription day and seats. And please let us know if you would like to change. You've probably already received information. Thank you for your support. I'm just going to do one final check before we go. To see if there's any comments. Oh, look at this. Thank you. Thank you, Todd Hunter. Well, you know what? We're all so grateful to everyone. I'm just going to fly through a bunch of comments here. Thank you, Paul. So happy as well that there are so many new plays. I just, for the first time, actually just counted up, and I count 6 new plays that'll be presented over the course of the next year. Yes, Deanna, your tickets are there. And Kat, we do too. So, Tyler, we love you, and we love all of our supporters. So just finally, I'm just going to bring up once again the complete lineup so you can see. We have Tightrope Time. We have the Mass Choir and their new celebration show, Huff, Misery, Elf the Musical, A Christmas Carol, Fall on Your Knees, In Lieu of Flowers, Ballad of the Motherland, and of course, at the end, Billy Elliot. So I want to thank you all for being here today. That's the end of our broadcast, and we hope to see you soon. Contact the box office. Take care. Oh, and see you at the Rocky Horror Show. It's going to be a blast. Take care.